This is
what?
Hard to swallow.
Gross. She should have put him back on the rack.
You cannot talk to me.
On the second lead vocalist of the group.
Hi, Swallowerz. Welcome back to Hard to Swallow podcast. I'm your host, Emery Lavelle J, on Instagram and Twitter as Ain't I Emery. And of course, I'm joined here with some motherfucking Negroes I know. Joining me now is Lyrical Mar on Instagram and Twitter as Lyrical Mar.
Hey, y'all. Long time. But let me tell you something I appreciate.
Oh, Lord.
I appreciate I appreciate how you re-edited the intro song to include my at the end.
He been did that.
I know, but I just heard it again. I'm like, I really appreciate that. So
When
now
you first did it,
know.
it was such a key. We was cracking up.
She didn't
And
like
to
it.
that,
She didn't like
I
it at
say Merry Christmas. And also joining me is Lindsay Wagner on Instagram and Twitter as Lynn Swags.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm so glad to be here with these two tonight.
I'm not.
You know.
But here we are doing the show by your request.
And she's,
Really?
and she's literally laying in her bed.
Okay.
No, I'm
Trying
not. I am not laying in my bed.
Just trying it. Child.
This is my dining room table too.
I know.
This is my kitchen, my sex slave dungeon.
Goodbye. Good night.
Oh, the above. But you know what I'm grateful for, since we're talking about that?
Mhm.
I'm grateful that I have not heard about Chrisean Rock for at least 24 hours.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Bitch, I am so sick of the world we live in that includes the existence of Chrisean Rock.
She needs to be catapulted into oblivion.
Bitch.
Her and that entire, those two jokers, Blueface, Jade and Alexis, they all need to be catapulted into the stratosphere, not to be seen or heard from ever again.
Mm.
And I'm just like, bitch, why every time I turn my head, like somebody is talking about her, and then for her to randomly be coupled with Tamar Braxton and you attacking, what's his name, Andrew? I don't know.
No, what's his name? I love him.
James Wright. Oh well, Chanel.
Patty Pie Mouth. Patty Pie Mouth, nigga.
We say that in ballroom. Oh well, Chanel.
James Wright. Oh well, Chanel.
Oh well, Chanel.
Oh well, Chanel. No Lawrence, bitch. So yeah, I'm like, what is going on? And then Tommy Lee jumping into it. I'm like,
oh my God.
What world do we live in?
First of all, that whole story to me,
I couldn't even deal with it. I couldn't deal with it.
Okay, and how dare you? How dare you have that trollop in the same room as the icon?
Tony.
That
my mother
garbage in the
deserves better.
same room
and
as
the
listen. Icon.
And mother was disgusted.
I said, wow.
I know she told Tamar, don't you never have me in no room
with a wild pack of hyenas.
Okay, with these dogs.
With this.
Bitch,
okay.
What is going on here?
I was so embarrassed for Tamar. And you know I'm not the biggest fan of Tamar. She gets on my nerves. But she didn't deserve that embarrassment because honestly,
no, she didn't.
And
she said she wasn't even invited though. Chrisean.
No, she wasn't invited to really perform. She was
that
supposed
part.
to be like a fun, I don't know what the fuck she was. I don't know what these young folks is doing. That's not how the Icon would have done her show.
Ever.
Next thing you know, she end up on the stage like Little Mama Storm and Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
She want to perform one of her. I didn't even know the girl did music. She want to perform one of her songs, and because they're not putting one of her songs on, child, she just and then Chanel.
Somehow
Chanel came up trying to
tell her the truth,
escalate.
Yes,
and she gonna bop him.
He didn't deserve that.
I think that stemmed from some random pre-existing shit of her commenting about his. He said something about big teeth or some shit. It was just too much. I'm like, what is this about?
First of all, like I said in my Instagram stories, she's the type of bitch I would never have around y'all. Any gay man that I love in this world, these are the type of hoes I can't be around. Because this bitch got on her TikTok or Instagram or whatever the fuck it was, talking about after her baby, who is a boy, turns 1, she gonna go back to like studying up because when you too good of a mother, they start acting like with the hand movements, and I ain't with all that, acting feminine. So I'm gonna be all studded up. Like what? Like this,
bitch. You already rocking joggers in a Jordan 7. When were you ever feminine?
This is why. First of all, honey, whoever, I don't know why Tamar wanted to get her under her wing, take her under her wing.
For what?
You're not gonna ever be around my people. My entire entourage is gay men. How could you have a bitch that even thinks like that around your people that you claim you love? Like, I'm trying to make it make sense in my mind.
You want to know why?
Tell me.
Because I'm not sure she really rides with them and loves them like the way they think that she
Well,
does.
there we have it. We have it there.
That's my personal opinion.
This is the difference between how I move and how these other hoes move.
And you know why? Because that response that she gave about the entire situation, your entire focus should have been on the fact that she was wrong for putting her hands on him, and that's it. All this explaining about why she was there, somebody thought, no.
I don't care about any of it. Exactly. He was assaulted
for putting her paws.
And had he bust her in her shit, because he's
then the world would have been angry.
Big.
Exactly.
He could have busted her in her shit, but the world would have erupted. Exactly. So he had to take it. He had to go fix his teeth. Bitch.
And James Wright, Chanel ain't no bitch.
Absolute.
No.
But
sometimes the easiest battles are the ones you just gotta pay.
Okay.
Because he could have knocked that bitch.
But I hope they have a discussion with Tamar. I don't know if she has people in her, like, I don't know how the men around her operate, but I'm telling you, I got somebody in my life right now. Lindsay, I love what you're doing. I want to meet. You ain't meeting none of my niggas. You will never, because I hear how you talk. I peep how you talk. You're very cautious with me, because if the conversation veers into that, you step in, you try to tiptoe, but bitch, I already know how you feel. So therefore,
Lindsay,
come around my people.
Listen, this is not your personal story. We talking about.
It's not a personal story
about you.
It's
about you.
It's always about me. But I'm just saying.
She was about to go into it.
Yeah, because it irked me.
You're not coming around my people.
You're not coming around my people, my friends, my family that I love very much, and harboring these thoughts and saying, and this bitch was saying this on a public forum.
Right.
You can't even hold your kid's head up, and you worrying about him possibly being effeminate at 6 months. 3 months.
Right.
If you don't go play in traffic.
It is so complicated.
And I can assure you, Chrisean, hanging around you, I wouldn't worry about an ounce of femininity slipping into his body. Look at you. You look like you box alligators for fun
Okay.
at home.
Are you
This
saying that
bitch-
because? Are you saying that because she be looking wet all the time?
Always.
Bitch, that looked like a no.
If
She
you
like she
pop-
lived it under the mud.
Under the
mud.
under the sea.
Under the sea. In a swamp somewhere.
Okay.
I don't like nothing about it.
Barely look like you bathe. And your
Mm.
mouth look like it reflects that. I have no roses to give her.
Nothing.
And I feel like Tamar, like she feel like she a little ghetto. So she's like, oh, okay. She think it's cute. Oh, she ghetto. I like that. But I think you underestimated how real.
raunchy and how leave
That's
that
a different
ass bitch. You gotta leave some.
there's good
ass-
ghetto and there's bad ghetto.
That ain't even her brand of ghetto. She gagged.
That's a different brand of ghetto that you don't want to fuck with.
Tamar gagged.
Yes, yes. That ain't no.
She really
You
did.
thought the bitch was just gonna come there and twerk a little and and do whatever the fuck. No,
That's a bitch that can't be tamed.
Uh-uh.
Did you not just see her trying to? I can't. It just don't make sense to me.
No.
Let's leave it alone because we need our tea.
Don't invite no bitch from Zeus Network on your shit.
Don't.
Are you dumb or are you stupid?
Bobby Lights can come though.
And I like
Come on.
Bobby. I don't mind Bobby. I really don't.
I like Bobby too. He's a piece of work.
He is.
I'll keep my words to myself.
Yeah. Next.
Bobby, it's not shade.
Mm-hmm.
She's giving just an earth.
Yeah. Ciao.
I'm gonna pay it. Anyway, so yeah, we also I don't know how we got there, but
Right?
Shout
I don't even think that was on the docket.
I don't know.
That was a freestyle.
That was completely
That was off
that
the
was just
dome.
on my spirit. That was just on my spirit, child. But no, so yeah, last week, guys, we had the Garcon Ball that was in DC at Echo
Come there,
Stage.
Garcon.
Yeah, it was a nice event. Essence magazine covered it.
Yes, Ebony too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Ebony magazine as well.
Yes.
Those are the black ones.
The black ones.
Oh yeah, and Swerve too.
Swerve as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Look out for.
The doll. Will the doll be in Swerve, darling? Because a few
I
dolls.
want to be on the cover. I deserve no shade. I want to be on the cover.
Emmy, are you being interviewed for Swerve or no?
Well, so I got interviewed for something else.
Oh, okay.
But I can't talk
because
about it.
Oh yeah.
Swerve was asking about a few of the alphas, darling.
Yeah, but they doing something for the Garcons.
Oh, we're gonna have to have a talk with them and say, getting the exclusive.
Yeah.
No, I think they probably interviewed somebody, but it wasn't me. But that was for the Garcon thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was for the Garcon ball,
cute.
but
That's cute.
You wanted to,
So yeah,
ball was cute, honey.
Yeah, they gave out some money.
All
we
three
had
an
$11,111 category and 11 cents, and it was all given out. It finished on time.
Femi West.
Yes. So look out for the footage on YouTube. It's there. Garcon Ball, Black is. Yeah. Also, shout out to Nicki Minaj. Pink Friday 2 drops December 8th.
Thank you.
Pink
Friday
2. How did you all feel about her uterus cover art?
With the black dress?
Yeah.
I love it.
Some people said it was supposed to be like symbolic of the female uterus. So I was like, I can't unsee it.
I don't like it. She looked old, and then she had on some type of church shoe.
No, he's not talking about. That one.
Some
Not
Sherry.
that way. Not that way. Oh, I know it.
Sherry and church.
Not the one in the Sister Patterson shoe. Not that one. Not the Sister Patterson
No
shoe.
comment.
No, it's
But you know
Sherry
what?
Ann.
But you know what? I will say I don't know.
You have to
you
say
know-
it with an accent.
No one knows. No one is the ultimate barber like me. But I don't know what that church shoe was.
That church shoe was
You know what I'm saying? Like
doing it.
I'm 40 years old. I have to address it too.
And it was a black, it was, baby, that was a black Stuart Weitzman, honey.
Bitch.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That was a black pointy toe Stuart Weitzman, bitch.
Word.
Okay.
Word.
Which is a beautiful classic shoe.
And it was
but
a
why
scrap
did she
shoe,
do that?
too.
What's that?
I just don't understand why the stylist put it there.
I don't know where that came. I don't know.
It gave my heel broke on my way here.
Okay, let's move on.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is celebratory. Yeah, so yeah,
The album is coming. And
Just
I
good for
me.
you. This the cover, Lindsay. If you ain't seen it yet,
I've seen it.
okay,
Oh,
not that.
I
Anyway,
loved her cover on Vogue in the Vetements, and I think she's doing a thing with Vetements, which I'm all for. I love it. The queen is fab. This is the best she's ever looked. I think she looks beautiful. Motherhood is great on her. Love it. Papa Bear is just gorgeous and delicious and chubby. Just so cute.
And the significance of 12/8 is it's her birthday, right?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm buying her shit, and I'm buying her little perfume too, or whatever the fuck she's selling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying it.
Let's see what it gives.
The king of Brooklyn's buying it. So now we know.
Nobody believes I'm a fan. I am. I'm not a
I know
barber.
you're a fan. I know you're a fan. You know quality. But sometimes you act like other people are quality.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
I can be fans of all the girls, okay?
And for the record,
And the barbers ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do. Okay.
Listen, I don't have to tell you what to do. You already slipped. And
These
fell.
barbers, y'all should be fucking bitch.
Her daughter is Saweetie, so that tells you everything you need to know.
Leave. And my daughter she still be turning it, and they can't take the doll.
She can't read off a teleprompter in 72
What
font.
the hell? Leave my daughters.
72 font.
My daughters ain't do nothing to nobody, bitch, except be cute. Leave them alone. Bring me and my children.
Damn, it felt weird to say that this is coming out 12/8. Like it's really the end of November.
I cannot believe. Like
I'm gagging right now.
Thanksgiving is in a couple of days, child. It's too much.
In my head, I was like, that date sounds so far away, bitch. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's literally like a week and a half.
Oh my god. I'm gagging. Anyway, let's talk about Mr. Partisan. Party claps back at Megan the Stallion. Okay, do y'all feel like it deserved all that? Because I didn't even feel like Megan the Stallion verse was even centering him that much.
He said one line.
One line.
And it was more so like a subtle, like, you know, like something like you was cheating in the house that I laid my head in. Like very like a passing reference, but there was an implication, of course, that he was cheating.
Right.
But bitch, it did not deserve a whole.
But didn't say his name. But we all.
But we know that was her
We know who
ex-boyfriend. He's still fine though. But I always said he's corny. He's from upstate.
But I will say, bitch.
Sorry, he's from Newburgh.
You know that.
Upstate,
and they're live dudes from Newburgh. Don't get me wrong, but he is not one of them.
No,
he's just as corny as Megan, and there you have it.
But my thing is, it's like, you know, we all got that one ex that we know not to poke, because it's like when you tap them, bitch, they burn down the whole house.
Ready? He said
he couldn't wait. He said, "I'm
a press record."
bitch.
He
And you
couldn't
know
wait
what?
to tell the girls she went to get lipo and then was posting. First of all, you could have kept that. Okay.
What
You hold that to your chest.
You showing why she should have left your ass. Like, you
Damn.
lame as fuck.
I can't get my lipo and take my fucking.
Listen, let me put a little disclaimer out there for the, for the dolls, for the girls. You have to understand, you dealing with a different caliber of nigga now. These niggas are petty as fuck. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all know they're petty as fuck when you get with them.
True.
Especially Megan the Stallion. She already done dealt with how many fuck niggas like that? How you gonna keep?
All she deal with is fuck niggas.
Listen, I'm not pointing the finger, but what I'm saying is, when you poke the bear, just like what Emery said, like, did you not expect this?
Exactly.
Here's the thing: I don't need to know all of this about you, because we don't need him doing this. Why are you even mentioning him? You should have paid him dust. These girls need to learn the tactics of the old school girls. Pay dust.
She just had to let us know he was cheating on her.
You just gotta let us know. For what?
I don't care.
We don't care about Pardi. We knew that it was gonna happen.
All I know about him is that he fine, and that's all I want to know.
He okay. He okay.
I think he's fine.
She looked better than him though.
Of course, she's gorgeous.
So that's my point. So she needs to pay his ass. And we don't need to know this.
These girls don't know how to pay a nigga. They don't know how to let a sleeping dog lie.
Thank you. And now that I think about it, it could be on purpose. She could know that he's going to clap back. Let's get some more. Some more going. Let's get it on the algorithm.
Now, do I believe the shit he was saying? Absolutely, because I saw the bitch lie to Gayle King with my own eye. He didn't even have to tell me that.
That was fucked up when he said she lied to Gayle King.
But I don't like that he found out with everybody else. But she's a goof. I'm sorry. I know y'all love Megan, but to me, she's a goof.
Allegedly what, Emery?
Well, allegedly she lying. Listen, y'all not gonna Tasha K me.
Sorry, that's a matter of public record. She had to go on. She said she was embarrassed that she slept with Tory. But bitch, you got the dick. Like, and that's another thing. I hate a bitch like that. If you got the dick, just take the L. Okay, take the L.
Listen, we're not going into this.
We're not going down
Pardi. Pardi ain't shit. Let's let that be clear.
Pardi ain't shit for that. He should have shut his stupid ass up. Don't nobody want to hear about y'all ain't together. You with a new bitch.
Right.
Okay, you with a new bitch. How you talk about? And if I was her, I'd be like looking at him like he was nuts. We're together. How you talking about your old bitch?
Oh my God.
Maybe he felt like she wasn't gonna say nothing.
I guess these young folk, I don't know.
They're built differently. These niggas are built differently, and y'all cunts need to recognize it. Excuse my language.
It's true. I know. There's one dude. Listen, when I see him, he's like a fucking breeze.
When I say cunts,
I don't see him, I don't see him.
Ooh.
He's a breeze.
Ooh.
One of her exes.
I got two of them. Yeah, I got two of them. When I see them, he's like a wind.
Given you know what's up. Bitch, if you see me, don't speak, nigga.
Pussy, don't speak.
We all got one of those.
Okay.
That's some real shit. Oh, but while y'all was talking about that, I randomly had a side thought of Amber Rose was just recently talking about how she was crying about Wiz Khalifa for like 3 years after they break up. That was kind of sad to me.
I mean, it seems like he would be fun to be with.
Not that Virgo male.
She said that was the love of her life.
I know it was. And she was begging for him on Instagram. And I remember him saying,
why is he breaking up?
I remember him saying some shit like, stop. Like, it was like a very abrupt, like, no.
I wonder what it was.
He's a Virgo, so it could have been that she put her drawers on backward. Virgo men are different.
Don't remind me.
Okay, they ain't for the weak child, the weak,
I
meek, or
threw
the
enough of
mild.
them back in the sea.
Virgos are they're interesting as fuck to me. I mean,
They're great.
huh?
They're great until they're not.
Until we're not.
Them motherfuckers are unbalanced, honey.
We are balanced.
Well,
I
listen,
don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I found that the men suffer from ego, like their egos are worse than the women.
They're one of the biggest egos in the zodiac, low key. And because Virgos are actors, naturally, that makes it worse. That's really one of our characteristics. We're very malleable, like we could be chameleons, be in any crowd. Like it's weird. The ego is huge. It's like one of those silent egos.
Then adding the male ego is just even
disgusting.
worse. Because I don't know, I can deal with the women, but the men,
disgusting. Whew. Disgusting.
And don't let them be a little piece of fine or have a little piece of big dick.
Don't let them have money. Don't let them have
money. Good dick. Job.
Don't let them have $2.
Bitch. Don't let them be in broad daylight to be seen. Bitch, they gonna act a fool. That's how they are.
So Pardi's a Virgo?
No. Partisan Fontaine is a
Well, how the hell did we bring up Virgos?
I don't even know how we got here.
You know, because Lindsay said a Virgo man. I mean,
listen, I'm doing the best I can this season. Okay. Wiz Khalifa is a Virgo.
Wiz Khalifa's the Virgo. There we go.
Pardi is a Capricorn.
Oh God.
Oh, that's exactly why he made that record. He's an accountant. Capricorns are accountants. They love numbers. They love statistics. Emotional accountants.
Remember I talked about poking the bear?
They know how many times you visited them when they were sick. They know how many times you fucked them. They know how many times you fucked them over. They know everything about everything.
Lindsay, this sounds a little personal. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, because Virgos and Capricorns are very intertwined, and I absolutely love them.
No, the bear that I can't poke is a Capricorn too.
They mean as hell.
Bitch. I understand, Megan. I do.
Poor baby.
Anyway, enough about that. Give us a little review of Jada Pinkett and her book. Lindsay, tell us a little bit about Worthy. Is it worthy of discussion?
I'm exhausted. Go ahead. I'm putting my shit on mute. Go ahead.
This is where you go take a bathroom break. Go ahead.
But trust me, Lindsay, keep it short.
You see how they do me?
Well, it's just about Jada, not you.
No, it's not. It's about Jada, not you.
Oh. Well, Worthy's the name of the book. Is it worth a read? Yeah, I'll say yes. I'm actually enjoying it. I'm just about finished. I was surprised in some parts. I was sad at some parts, and then at some parts I'm still questioning. The first thing I'd like to say about it is I hate that Jada speaks in this style that is very familiar to me. She's from the East Coast. She's originally from Baltimore, and we are around the same age. We're definitely in the same peer group. So a lot of the references, a lot of the things she was saying, even the slang and what she was talking about, I related to. So it was just like, oh my God, I relate to this. I know this. I know these references. I know these groups she's talking about. So that was kind of cool because it's definitely like, for me, listening to a girlfriend talk. There are these weird points in the book, however, because I'm sure she and Will have gone through years and years of therapy, that she tries to therapize you in the book. Like, she drops these little nuggets of wisdom, things to ask yourself, things to be mindful about, which I think are cool, but it also got annoying and reminded me why I can't stomach her. Also, it was wonderful to hear. I understand now why she speaks so much about Tupac, because she knows a Tupac that a lot of people don't know. She knows the Tupac that had just arrived from Baltimore with his mom and his sister, and they were very poor. They were fucked up. A very honest, a very humble Tupac. A Tupac that a lot of us didn't get to see, because, you know, we know How Do You Want It Tupac. We know that Tupac. He knows a different Tupac. Now, in reference to her drug dealing, it's basically like she was the pretty girl in the hood, and like basically she knew, you know, when you cute in the hood, you're going to know drug dealers. And if you express an interest, like if you say, oh, you know, things are happening, da da da. At that time, her mom was a full-fledged, like a full-blown heroin addict. She, you know, she's 15, 16. Her life is erratic. I can definitely see where somebody, you know, one of the dudes, one of the hustlers in the hood, just, you know, started handing her 20 packs, like, you know, do your little business in the hood. And I think that's what she was doing. She wasn't no big drug kingpin. I know girls like that, girls that was just going out like OT, we call it up north, out of town, or what have you. They would have backpacks on. They would be selling drugs. I know a few girls that did. So to me, that is not far-fetched for her to be like, I was selling drugs. And, you know, she speaks of being able to like take her and Tupac and her boyfriend to dinner, or buy Tupac some clothes, because he literally had 2 pairs of pants, 1 pair of shoes. He was sleeping on a mattress, rats in the flat where they were, like in the place where they were. It was just like a different Tupac. And to see them sort of ascend together, like just hearing that ascension together, that was really cool. One of the most beautiful parts of the book was her audition for A Different World, her meeting her idol, Debbie Allen, and what that meant to her, what that cast meant to her. Just hearing about how wonderful the casts were. And her character, Lena James, was actually a separate character that was written for her. She had auditioned for somebody else. I'm not really sure, but they made that character especially for her. And then she got really close to Jasmine Guy, really close to Cree Summer, who cultivated her love of activism and that sort of thing. Now, as far as her and Will's relationship goes, she provided a lot of perspective, which I was appreciative of, because I guess in the media, as it comes to us, it's in these like snippets, drips, drabs. They may be in an open relationship. There may be in an entanglement. Didn't really go like that. What she basically says is the relationship was kind of doomed to fail from the beginning. And when she put it like that, I got it. She had a massive mental breakdown that came out of nowhere from probably internalizing deaths. You know, she had a few big traumatic deaths, and she was, you know, holding them inside. And she was, you know, she sought help for it. So by the time she reached Will, she thought she was good. She's off her medication. Will coming right out of a divorce, not really mourning that relationship. It was like doom. They both had different ideas about what a relationship should look like, what they expected from one another. Then couple that with she got pregnant right away. She didn't really want to get married, but she succumbed to the pressure. We got to get married. Compound that with money, lots of money. So when you put it into that sort of framework, I get why things happen the way they happen. And then, she said she thought, she's gone through therapy. She went to the medicine woman doing the ayahuasca. She thought she had shit in the bag. So by the time she met August Alsina, it was like her and Will had decided they're going to live separately and she was going to make it do what it do with him. But then I think she realized, wait a minute, I'm dealing with a young nigga. I don't want him like that. I didn't even really want this to turn romantic, but somehow it did. And then she just sort of slid off. And then she said, that wasn't a good idea. The whole shit was not a good idea. She didn't have a good handle on it as she thought she did. She didn't really go into detail.
Did she say the dick was good in the book?
No, she didn't say anything about his sexual performance. And I know it's good.
Going back on
why she was there.
Going back on mute.
Anywho, as she began to, talk about that time in her life, I believe that she and will come back together because they were living separate lives. Like they'd made this promise to each other that they would not divorce, and they had done everything to separate except the legal part of it. But I have a feeling they're going to come back together. I don't know why that keeps sticking out in my head to me.
In her interview, she said that is the plan. But they just don't know what it looks like right now.
Yeah, they're not really sure. But I'm hopeful about their relationship. And Tupac, it's terrible, but she said the first time she saw Suge, she knew bad news. And the terrible part about it is the last time she saw Pac, they had a terrible fight. He's like, you ain't down no more. You ain't real, because he was on his shit then. Like, you a fake, you a phony, you just like everybody else. She had to cuss him out in the restaurant. And she was like, fuck you. She was supposed to do a movie with him. And she called her manager and said, I don't want to see that nigga. Don't ever have him call my phone. Next thing you know, things happen, So it was very distressing to me to hear that. I don't know. All in all, the book it's a good book. It's written well. She seems to have really acquired a sense of herself and a self-awareness that is, I guess, palpable. She speaks about her children and how free-thinking they were they are, and how she's grateful that she was able to, as a mom, let them express themselves very freely from when they were babies. Yeah, so I guess.
Okay, I'm done listening to this.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you, Lindsay, for that.
And I think if anyone loved what they heard, then
I don't know.
They ain't gonna like it. They ain't gonna like it. They're gonna be like,
"Girl, shut up." Audiobook too. Doesn't it come in an audiobook too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so whether you want to listen to it or you want to read it, go get the book and let us know if it's worthy.
Y'all ain't gonna like that, but I am enjoying it.
Oh Lord.
I finished my snack, so I was ready to, move on.
Ciao.
Lyrical Mar, you had something you want to get off your chest about Sean Bankhead calling out critics for, critiquing these young girls, these performers?
Let me get the tweet. He said, Sean Bankhead is a very established choreographer.
Mm-hmm.
He worked with a
Yeah.
lot of girls, but he's really becoming popular now. But he tweeted today. The statement was for all these artists who are getting on stage and doing the very best at where they are in their careers compared to their male counterparts. At least. Y'all do it to black girls too. Worse to them, actually. Trust me, I know. I've worked with enough of them and see how y'all tear them apart or compare them after they perform or drop a video, especially when they are talented. We really got to fix this normalized behavior. And then I will also read a tweet that he retweeted because after he said all of that, they were still reading in the comments. An actual seasoned choreographer that has worked with many of huge stars is telling y'all to let artists have room for improvement, and y'all still in the quotes, basically trying it. So I thought that was really interesting because Sean Bankhead knows what the fuck he's talking about. You know what I mean? You're not a bad bitch. If you're a bad bitch when you come out, you become more of a bad bitch later. Look at Beyonce. She was a bad bitch when she came out, but now she's more of a bad bitch. So constantly comparing these girls to each other does nothing. It does nothing for them. You're not convincing anybody. Whoever, you might as well convince Hope. The point is this. Everybody is their own bitch. So when y'all compare them to each other, I really think it clouds their judgment. Mariah Carey and Janet and all the old girls, they didn't give a shit what the other bitch was doing. They were doing what the fuck they were doing. Being icons.
Yeah. And no one was comparing them either. That's the strange. No one was comparing them to.
Yes, they were.
It wasn't about a comparison. It was more
Were
about.
they?
It was more about feuds back then. It wasn't about comparing because people could see that they were different. It wasn't.
Yeah,
You talking about like the Mariah and Whitney's? Are you talking about back then or now?
Yeah, back then it wasn't this type of comparing thing. That
were they comparing them?
No, but
Yes,
there was only a feud. There were feuds, but it wasn't
there
like
were
comparing.
feuds, but no, I even recall interviews of like they would ask Whitney Houston, "What do you think of Mariah Carey?" more than once, and she's like, "I don't think of her." And I was like, "I hear." He's like, "Y'all keep comparing our voices. I do think there's similarity in this one thing that I do, but outside of that, I don't hear it." And they even did it with Toni Braxton. They used to compare her to Anita all the time, obviously, and at one point Whitney Houston. She was like, I love them, but I don't think it was because we didn't have social media. It wasn't so prevalent like today's
Right.
time. It's so in your
Social
face.
media has really exacerbated that sort of
Correct.
bitch stole my look culture.
But they weren't tearing. they weren't tearing another bitch down though, trying to prove that somebody else was beat. That wasn't what it was.
It's hard to, you know what? Maybe not so in your face. Probably, yeah. Again, with social media,
I don't know.
and the
Everything's
internet,
on
it's
Front
like
Street, and
even even like when Black Planet and MySpace, whatever the fuck, came around.
It was a different time. It now it's like there's a place for this type of conversation. It's for people. To me, X app, they literally live and breathe.
It really is the trash can of the internet. Like,
I'm like, oh my god! When I walk up on that app, I know like somebody's looking to have their moment.
Negative,
today.
yeah, like someone's looking to make a moment, say
like,
something.
oh, I checked her. Oh, I
contrarian.
embarrassed her. Oh,
Like,
yeah, I make her look stupid.
That's what it is.
Or here go my think piece. It's just oversaturated with like opinions, and they do it in a way that like they don't really give a fuck about the backlash or how the person behind the story feels.
They want the engagement, and that's
the engagement. They talk about celebrities like they're literally fucking cartoon cutouts or some shit.
It's
like
terrible.
They're not real people. It's
you have to give these people room to grow. Like,
room to
Because
grow
there's
and
no,
stop detaching them from their humanity.
because there's no fully laid out like artist development anymore. We actually see the development right before our eyes.
We do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We see it. We see the bad wigs. Remember Doja? She couldn't get that hair right for shit.
We see we get constant updates in a way that we didn't
And
have
next,
30 years
kept
ago.
going, it kept getting better. And now, she don't miss when she's on stage. So it's like you got to give them room to grow. It's like, I don't know, everybody wants there's such a demand for everyone to be perfect.
But I also think they don't have the range. They also don't have the range to appreciate each bitch for what they bring. That's part of the fucking problem. You only have the range to accept one type of presentation, which is ridiculous. If this one bitch not turning like this one bitch, then it's not turning it. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. They're all unique. That's what they are.
I'm gonna be a contrarian a little bit because I'm not gonna lie and act like I've never had a feeling that there was a wave of lazy artists.
I agree with you.
Yes, and I did feel like for a second, like it started to be a market oversaturated with bitches that just got a lot of followers. And when I say bitches, I mean male and female. Let's be clear, in between. Just artists that's got a lot of followers, and then these music companies or producers like just hopping on who they feel like might be cute enough to generate a little buzz. And these performances, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, there starts to be a wave of like, girl, where's the talent? But I do feel like we're getting back to the art. I do.
Listen,
art in a different way. Like you got to pay attention and see like what is today's art and what does it look like. And so I'm just starting to appreciate this new generation a little bit more.
Like, okay, like who? You like Doja Cat?
I love Doja Cat a lot, actually, and I like Tyler.
Girl,
I do.
That one fucking song, bitch. That one fucking
couple of songs.
If you don't move, you can.
I'm not in love with her, obviously.
I like her though.
But I looked, I was like, I like it. I like it.
She cute. She ain't no Victoria Monet.
But she ain't enough for me to like keep talking about it.
Look, she ain't no Victoria Monet.
Oh yeah, that's another one that I actually really love her. But I've been a fan of Victoria Monet since Ass Like That. Like, so I've always been like paying attention, and especially then I'm like, oh, you was writing for Ariana Grande. I'm like, who is this girl? And like, why is she not more popular? So she's always been on my radar, Miss Victoria.
Looking over. And that face was caked with makeup when I went to her show. I loved it. I loved it. I love a doll who cakes their face with makeup, but you still know they're pretty under the makeup. Like, I'm into that, by the way. So the point is leave these girls alone.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And let them do what they do.
Let them grow.
Let them do what they do. And if it ain't good enough, let them fall into the abyss and go away like they're meant to do. But honestly, I don't feel like the most talented person becomes the most successful. The hardest working person that has some talent becomes successful. So we'll see who really got the spirit. Now let's get to the fucking shit that this is what y'all really want to hear us talk about, Swallowerz. We got to talk about the case of Cassie and
the
Diddy.
Curious case.
I can take Cassie away from Diddy.
Because they got a long way to go.
The case that lasts 24 hours.
Before you say anything, I want to say this. The only thing that he ever did for her was me and you. That's it.
That's all she got.
And long way to go. You ain't like that song?
It was but it wasn't as iconic.
It was nowhere near as a hit.
It wasn't as iconic as Me and You. He made her a one-hit wonder on purpose. Fuck you, Diddy. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, that's how we started it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure everyone doesn't need to be updated.
No, I mean it's not much to update. I cannot believe. Well, okay, fine. If you don't know,
Let's do a formal
abuse, rape.
Memory.
You get it. It happened. You know about it. They know.
Y'all
know.
They know.
And then she asked for $30 million. If I'm not,
I feel like it should have been 50.
He gave her 50.
I feel like it should have been 50. I feel like she should have sued him for 50.
She asked for 30, and what she asked for, she got.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Mariah Carey sued that white man for $50 million when he wasted her time.
I remember that.
And if she can get $50 million, then Cassie can get $50 million.
But you left something out of the equation.
If I was in the room, I would have said that to Cassie.
You left something out the equation.
What?
She's not Mariah Carey.
Exactly.
But he got the $50 million to give her. And what is
that guy was a billionaire. That was probably in his pocket.
What's $50 million when you paying 30? You might as well pay the extra 20.
Listen,
he didn't get it.
So we can hear about all your shit.
That's what she wanted. I would have sued his ass for $500 million.
Yeah, that should have been more. But I'm glad she got it.
She got what she asked for. You can't complain. It's not our story. It's not our request. It's not our
demand. That shit hit her Cash App.
And she went to go get her McDonald's and fries.
That shit hit. She was feeding. She was giving her eating a morning bagel when that shit hit her shit.
With salmon on it.
Okay.
He said, "I'll give it to you," and she said, "When?"
And you paying my lawyer's bills.
And you paying my lawyer's fees. Okay.
Now let's be clear. In the settlement, he agrees to give the money, but he had denied all claims, and he said that she cannot speak about this again or sue him again.
She don't have to. She spoke. What these idiots like Peter Guns don't realize. That's why the complaint is written the way it's written. Her voice, he's like, Peter Gunn says some dumb shit like, well, she took the money, so is this a cash grab or are you going to be a voice? She spoke. The complaint is her voice.
Dumbass.
Dummy. She detailed everything in that complaint, and it is a matter of public record. She ain't got to say shit else, and she said it all.
Period.
So here goes that thing with ethics versus legal. So
she said it. She said it all. He plied me with drugs. He had me fucking escorts. He was masturbating while I was fucking with these escorts. He had me out here
searching for big dicks.
Big dicks. Yes, searching.
Yeah, specifically for big dicks.
Work puff.
You took the words out of my mouth.
That's turning it.
Work
puff. Eating her up, slapping her up.
He is awful.
He's awful. And he's been awful for quite some time.
I was gonna say, what's funny to me is like the response from the public. It has been more so, yeah, he been somebody that ain't shit. I believe it. We already knew this. We've been talking about it for 30 years. Allegedly, all these things have been true for so long, and everyone knew. Allegedly.
Yes. Step into the world of R. Kelly. Step into the world of Bill Cosby.
So it is possible for and all of them, you know, it is possible for people to be committing heinous acts within that industry, within the entertainment industry, and go
Unchecked and
unpunished for
unpunished.
decades.
Yeah.
For
Mm.
decades. And it took one person. I just feel like he's, you know, been abusive to every woman that he's ever been with. And I don't care what they say. As the Misa, I went to school with Misa. And even then, when I used to see her around school, she was older than me, but I just always like, I don't know. It just struck me as weird. I
When
only
you think
saw her
about
around
some of the critics,
yesterday.
when you think about some of the critics that may say, if it's so public knowledge, then why create a relationship with a man that you know is not a good person?
See, Emery and I had a discussion, the details of which, honey, y'all ain't getting that because we ain't getting canceled. Okay. but
It's
there's
just a valid question that I think
there
is on
is
some people's
one
mind.
thing that I maintain. I'm sorry. When the relationship is based on opportunism, expect abuse. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But here we have it. Cassie was 19 years old. He was 37. Already.
Eating it.
But Cassie came in with a boyfriend and promptly left with, you know, this Svengali who had a lot of money. So then there's that. And you know, I've just heard over the years that people that I know that are close to the industry, they just always say things like very cryptic things when it comes to him, like these girls know what it is. Like
he has money.
And I mean, and if you even look at the history, Kim Porter was a secretary or administrative or something at Uptown Records. That's how she met I'll Be Sure, because he used to come in there. That was her first boyfriend. She also, I believe, had a relationship with Heavy D, another rapper, a prominent rapper at the time. So she was almost like whatever on motherfucker that was coming in the door with a little piece of change, she was there. Like Kim Porter, they try to deify her. No, she was friends with Misa. Knew Misa. Misa in one interview said she used to confide in Kim. And next thing you know, her and Diddy start fucking. So these girls know what it is. Same thing with Sarah Chapman. And then Sarah, who is Chance's mother. There was a point in time, too, when Kim did not even want the twins around Chance. Didn't even want them. But, bitch, you knew. Sarah Chapman was quoted as saying she knew what time it was. Like, I don't have time for Kim. These women all knew each other, all knew what time it was. Like, and Kim, like, once you on his payroll, you got to do what this motherfucker says.
Yeah.
And it's Cassie outlined in the complaint, people were following her, a lot of intimidation tactics being used. So that should, you know, for the people who say, oh, why do they wait so long? First of all, she had to get the fuck out.
Right.
She had to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And for y'all people to, like, the reason why they can't speak sometimes is because y'all keep asking that fucking question.
Right.
I don't care if she came. I don't care if she waited 50 years to tell her story. It doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Right.
The length of time that a victim waits to tell their story does not negate the fact that it happened.
Correct.
And of course, the public doesn't create a safe space for victims to tell their story.
Right.
They're always blamed for what happened to them because in this case, this guy's a celebrity and da da da. Da. But he is notorious, you know.
And this goes back to say, like, two things can be true. Yes, it can be true that she
Absolutely.
entered that relationship for opportunity and whatever she planned to gain from that relationship, but that doesn't
Mhm.
necessarily mean that she signed up to be raped, signed up to
To
be
be abused, and she didn't
abused
Period.
and beat
do any of
on.
that.
Period.
So two things can be true, guys.
Exactly.
Because your broke ass would have signed up for it too.
Right.
Okay, your broke ass would have signed up to be with Diddy too.
The word is that he has a harem. This is documented. That girl Gina, the one that was on did the interview with Tasha Kane, talking about the same shit, how he used to be her. She is one of a few women, and it's reported that Young Miami has joined this fray. It's several of them. That new baby mother. It's several of them. It's a harem, and
you know, I'm just so sorry to hear that about her. And it also creates like this cautionary tale of like,
mhm.
you know, even when, you know, you might be some type of rose colored glasses wearing artist or whatever, thinking that, you know, I'm gonna just try to do this and see what happens if I
Mm,
get close to this person. Nothing in this world comes easy. And
yeah.
all these men back with money and power,
You will pay.
you will pay.
Nothing is free. You
Nothing
will
is
pay.
free. And
Sad.
I'm glad she got what she wanted, but nothing that she even gained from this will take away what she experienced.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But
I'm just
I'm
glad.
hoping that she's happy with her new husband.
Yeah. And her two children, and I had no idea it was that bad. I heard a couple of
What?
stories about him.
Never knew it was that bad, but I can't say one thing. I never felt like when I saw them in public that it ever gave love.
Mm-mm.
Nothing loving.
That was transactional relationship.
Right.
Correct. As cold as the polar ice caps up north, bitch.
It
I
wasn't warm.
never felt love.
Cassie's giving. You know what?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah. Well, celebrate our small victories, okay?
And then
guess,
she
and
took her
guess what?
coin.
And guess what? I sense a comeback.
I hope so.
I sense a comeback.
Child, the way these girls are singing, she could come right back on
And
in.
eat their ass up, bitch.
Okay.
When you're gonna find when the way you put it down.
Random sidebar because Aubrey had a lot to say throughout all of this.
Honey.
Aubrey. What's her name? Last name
Aubrey
O'Day.
OJ.
She has so much to say. She got mad at Cassie for settling so fast.
I mean, she was mad. She was mad. I don't feel like she was mad at her.
But see, that's when I realized it's no shade. I understand your anger, but that's when I realized, Aubrey, you just living for the fucking drama.
Yeah.
You made this about you because how you telling the victim what they gotta do? How they have to martyr themselves?
She don't have to go on Maury. Read the complaint. Okay. Y'all want to know what the bitch did? Read the complaint. I'm headed out to a play date. That shit
Yeah.
hit my Cash App.
How you telling the victim
Listen,
how she has to handle what happened to
she
her?
ain't gotta do a motherfucking thing except take care of her babies and her husband.
I mean, she was saying that, there's no accountability. Like, he's not taking accountability.
He was held
Puppy
accountable.
ain't going to jail, girl. Okay? Not right now. Not right now. There are some things in there, but the NYPD already came out and said they ain't building no case against him right now. But that doesn't mean that the feds aren't listening. That somebody
Correct.
note is not reading that. I know he ain't going to sleep,
Easily.
Exactly. But Aubrey O'Day, just
Listen, he was
girl.
held. Cassie wasn't looking for justice for all of y'all.
Exactly. No. And
She
sometimes that's how
was
it
supposed to
is.
be held accountable for what happened to her.
She was hanging in with that bitch for 10 years. Another woman died. She needed no. She's like, this is for me.
Right.
Y'all do what y'all want with that complaint. And Aubrey O'Day, girl, if you experienced abuse, say it.
Right.
Stop.
Allegedly,
you
she
about,
said
oh,
that
you about to tell the girls something, then tell the girls.
she allegedly said that Diddy was reaching out and giving some of the artists that he worked with back rights to the music under the condition that they couldn't speak badly about him. So she basically was conspiring, saying that he knew something was brewing.
Of course, absolutely.
But when you a nigga from the hood, you know when sharks are swimming in the sea.
Absolutely.
You sense danger. If
and
nothing else.
Then they said that they couldn't say nothing about his mammy either. Janice.
Hey.
Listen.
It's done.
My
Deal
mother
with
said,
it.
in her day, she used to see, she and her girlfriends used to be at one corner of the bar, and then the hustlers women with their blonde wigs, and they used to be like, look at those tack heads.
Who are you talking about, Miss Janice?
Miss Janice. The hustlers' girlfriends. They were looked down upon, honey.
Don't you say nothing about Bobby's mama.
Listen, but my thing is like, but y'all ain't have no money. I don't they was over there balling.
I'm trying to figure out what happened to him to be treating women like this. This is ridiculous.
There's something there.
It's multi-layered, I'm sure.
It's layered.
And then they always want to throw Usher in there. Leave Usher alone.
Leave
He
Usher
was taking
alone.
him to orgies at 15. And his mama had to come in there and say, oh, no, the hell you ain't.
The mother came in there?
Usher mama. And from that day forward, she became his manager. He found out that this fool was taking her baby to orgies at 15. And Usher himself said he saw a lot of things he shouldn't have been seeing at that age.
That's
the industry for you.
This is too much.
It ain't a coincidence that all these child stars don't be. You see what be ton of happening to them.
They're not using it at all.
Okay.
Leave Usher alone. Leave Justin Bieber alone. Okay.
Leave gay Usher alone. No, I'm kidding because every time somebody played that clip of some random clip about with Keke Palmer, it was like Usher's gay. I'm like, what am I listening to?
The mother.
It was the mom, right?
If she don't shut her fucking mouth.
Please,
I'm like, what is happening
Keke
right
Mama,
now?
be quiet with all that homophobic mess.
I mean, I don't think she knew she was being recorded. But her thing was, her. I feel like her point was, you tripping over Usher and he's gay. Like she wasn't saying that out, to the public, but she was saying you're trying it right now.
But that's showing me the type of nigga that he is.
Why am I in it?
Yeah,
right.
Usher giving, why am I in it? But her thing is behind the scenes, it's giving child. We know it's a queen pad.
But when Usher over there laying in bed with cucumbers on his eyes and a mask, mint julep. Like, why the fuck are y'all talking about me?
You and your broke ass man. Keke Palmer. Have a nice day, girl.
Keke, I can't deal with all this messiness with you. I love you.
I ain't even used to hearing her name. This shit is a fool.
This is why, Keke, some advice to you. Date a man that got something going on for himself, not the brother of the man that got something going on.
Leave these Jacksons alone.
Not the cousin of the man that got something.
You dating a Jackson.
I can't.
You went to the party and looked at and saw
You
the
was on
first light
you
skinned
was
man.
at the Insecure set party.
Yeah, and meeting this niggas, but you ain't even meeting the nigga that's on the set. You meeting his brother. Girl, if you don't go sit down,
On the other nigga that got something going on with himself, payroll.
at
You
least
sit-
go fuck on the nigga exactly that's on the payroll, not this bitch.
Right.
I knew when I seen they in the hospital smiling or wherever they were somewhere smiling. I was like, he ain't got a dime. I'm
Not
turning
a
into my
dime to
mother.
his name.
I am turning into Linda D.
But he a 10, bitch. He
But
sure
he
was a
ain't got a
10.
dime.
He looked good though. He was a
He's
10.
so cute. But him and his brother, they fine as hell.
They
But
both
those are the
fine.
ones.
She'll learn. But what I always say, if a nigga can cheat on Halle Berry and Beyonce,
Right.
have mercy to us all, bitch. We ain't safe.
Right. Motherfucking right. And bad bitches done found that out before. This ain't nothing new.
Kiki, vet these men, please. Like, especially now going forward. Now Kiki
And
ain't never.
And that's why she said what she said when she said compromise for a man. For who?
Don't bring that up.
Well, she's right.
No, she isn't.
Why would I compromise for a man when he do what he do?
I keep telling you, Eartha Kitt died alone.
You're right.
Okay,
But a lot of
She
people,
had
a lot of
man,
people
she
die
was
alone. A lot of people die alone. They got tried the whole time. Her thing was
Her daughter said she left the world screaming.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something, a deep secret. Some of y'all gonna die alone.
Absolutely,
And it's
with your mindsets.
It's okay.
Compromise for what?
It's okay.
You have to compromise in a relationship.
I say it with love.
She was sitting there with a pushback and no man.
She said, "Stupid."
Finding love is a privilege in this world, okay?
Oh God.
It's not a bag of chips you can buy from the store.
Exactly. Y'all go ahead and listen to Eartha Kitt if you want.
Compromise.
Compromise for what?
For what reason?
Compromise for what?
Compromise for what? She's right. For what?
And when you came home, that bed was cold as ice.
I mean, you do compromise, but you don't compromise big things.
You don't compromise yourself or your beliefs.
Your identity, your integrity.
Absolutely. But you do gotta compromise.
I don't know who the fuck told you.
Exactly. If you want to have a long-lasting, fortifying relationship, you have to compromise. I don't know who the fuck she was talking to.
You don't gotta compromise when you a billionaire and you taking care of a bitch and they only dating you out of opportunity. You don't gotta compromise. But when you in a real relationship, I don't know who the fuck told you.
And we also have to, when we think about Eartha Kitt, it's definitely nuanced. Biracial woman, never knew her father. Her own Black identity was in question, and she was thrown around by a lot of white men. So y'all follow her if y'all want.
And then now you got a whole generation of bitches talking about what's their favorite phrase? I'm the prize. I am the table. Ass
First
bitches.
of all, y'all ain't shit. Okay, y'all ain't shit.
Listen,
bitch, that table is broke.
Listen, just stick to the river.
Bitch, I'm not no fucking waitress. I don't give a fuck about no table.
That table on this last leg.
This ain't a restaurant. Go fuck yourself. And I don't give a fuck about your
that table's on its last leg.
Okay, on its leg.
I am the table.
I am the table.
That table ain't shit.
That table ain't shit.
I'm so sick of these bitches. I'm the prize.
I'm the prize. You a piece of shit.
Okay, you keep thinking like that if you want to. Y'all better humble yourselves.
You are Kiki.
I'm the prize. Get the fuck out of here.
Which leads us to our topic of the fucking day.
The topic of the day.
Because this mentality This mentality is the root of the problem. Social media is divided on the type what is considered a good dating setting or what is worthy
I
of
don't
being a
know.
first date
This got
setting.
y'all all fucked up. This
Girl, can
bitch,
you let him finish it first?
Yeah, so people been tweeting and saying shit like, okay, don't take me to no Applebee's or no Cheesecake Factory on no first date. What type of date is that? Who the fuck are you?
Wait, finish it off first. Did you say there was another tweet too?
No. So then it became a debate on like who do you take to the steakhouse and who goes to the Cheesecake Factory.
Who's talking first?
Child.
Who's talking first? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all ain't worth Capitol Grill.
you ain't.
Y'all ain't worth Capitol Grill. And let me tell you something. Stop hating on Cheesecake Factory.
It's wonderful.
I
And let
don't
me
know
tell
why.
you something. The bitch that made the video about, oh, I'm not getting out the car. You look like you were going to the Cheesecake Factory.
You look like you
look
work
like
there.
Exactly. You have on a fucking, Sunny. It's not, I don't think it was even a label.
You got it from a Chinese shop, and you sitting here talking about
I'm not getting out the car because he pulled up to Cheesecake Factory. There's nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory. Okay. And what about the people in y'all done got everything fucked up because in some of these smaller ass towns or whatever, Cheesecake Factory is fine dining.
Cheesecake Factories where you take your graduating 8th grade kids.
Absolutely. Please.
It's
People
delicious.
have lost their minds. Okay. All around. People have lost their minds around dating. It's skewed now. Everybody's thinking is skewed. Everything is about Instagram and how things look. Everybody wants to be a bad bitch. And that's across the board.
And people want to crucify other people for what they feel they deserve.
Absolutely. You're not gonna, first of all, I have standards and I'm allowed to have them. Okay. Now, Cheesecake Factory, she's allowed to have them, but that's why her stupid ass stayed in that car. And I hope he drove her ass home.
I would have gave her $2.75 for the bus.
Exactly. It's just
she would have been lucky if she got that.
Yeah, it would have been.
And that's another thing.
Would have been giving get out.
Being rude to people, that's never in vogue. Okay, that's never in style. Being a nasty bitch, being a nasty person, it's never in vogue. I was just telling the guys not too long ago about someone who said on TikTok, she was saying how she went out. The waiter came over, they're, out. Waiter came over and said, would you like another drink? And she said, yes, I'd like the same one that I had. This bitch gonna lean into her and he gonna say to her, I asked you out for a drink. Next drink you gonna have to buy on your own. Like, come on.
This situation has got me shook. Number one.
I don't even know what I think I would be so appalled by that.
Oh yes, I'll be appalled. But my thing is this: if you're not using her, see, if you don't like where the date is going, or you don't want to buy this bitch another drink, y'all shouldn't be there no more.
Exactly. Just get I don't know.
You should say, actually, we'll take the check. If the bitch says, I want another drink, then you say, well, you can pay for that. You're gonna lean in and tell her that. No, just be a man enough to say, I don't.
Exactly. Don't lean into me and be like, I said a drink.
Damn. I don't know
These
how I
people
would
were raised by wolves.
Baby.
That would have gagged me. I don't think I would have had words. But see, this is why I always bring my motherfucking card just in case.
I always bring my coin. That's dating 101. Just in case you don't like the nigga don't like you. You could go on about your business.
Correct.
I don't understand. I also saw on TikTok, this was interesting too. A mother standing there with her son talking about what makes you think talking into the internet, what makes you think you deserve for him to pay for a steak dinner for you because what you got in your bank account. First of all, bitch, don't nobody want your broke ass son, you and your stupid ass, your stupid ass and your broke ass son. Don't be mad that these young girls want more than you did because your fucking baby daddy probably only had to rub 2 nickels together before you came running.
It's hard to swallow.
It sure is. These older hoes got the game fucked up too. Don't get mad at these young women because I am seeing a wave of these younger black women. They're so self-assured, they're sexually liberated, they got more money than these stupid ass boys, you know what I mean? And they're living nicely. And yes, their standards should be high, and I love seeing black women living a certain way and doing luxurious things. Just because your son can't
I'm fine with that statement.
compete, oh well.
But my thing is,
Can't have
if that
a
ain't
bad bitch. You don't deserve a bad bitch by way of just existing.
If that ain't your tax bracket, though, how the fuck are you requiring or demanding?
Emery, you know how it is. It goes for the gay side and the straight side. Anybody that's charming with a piece of dick, they think they are God's gift to creation.
I deserve to be here and eat here and go
I deserve the baddest person. Not only do I deserve the baddest person, but I deserve for them to be chasing me.
Oh, Lord. Because they the prize. And the table on this last leg.
Now, here's the thing. Speaking of knowing you're the prize, I think that is a very outdated concept. Like, it's almost archaic, right? That's the type of shit I grew up hearing. I'm 50 years old. That is not for the young girls of today. Okay? That type of chattel type shit, oh, you gotta wait around to get chose. No, you don't. No, you do not. These young girls do not have to do that. Like, let's take Lori Harvey for instance. The only issue I have with Lori is stop being a serial monogamist. And I think she's getting into these relationships with these men because she don't want to be called a hoe. But guess what? They're calling you a hoe anyway. So my thing is silently fuck 2 people and just date around. Stop doing all this serial monogamy shit.
Right.
Stop trying to prove to the world that niggas will always choose you. We know that you're young, beautiful, got it. They do want to wife you. We know, we got it. We got it. You don't have to prove that. Because now you're just looking silly. And ain't nothing silly about a bitch that can't seal the deal.
Y'all need to get off of Lori Harvey, okay?
Listen,
y'all need to get off of her.
In my younger days, that's exactly how I used to date. I wasn't a serial monogamist though,
10 toes down. I'm gonna go for serial monogamist over a fucking true hoe any day. And she ain't the only serial monogamous bitch. But guess what? The problem is this. She keep letting them pick her. That's the problem. She needs to pick her nigga.
I agree with that part.
Some guys gonna call you a hoe anyway based on the number of bodies you had, so it don't even matter.
And they can go suck a dick. They don't nobody caring about no hoe.
And they still ain't getting no pussy.
Exactly. So it don't even matter. Like,
okay. Really don't.
It doesn't even matter. Like, people are like, oh, she's a hoe. No, she ain't. Like, she's doing her.
She ain't.
Y'all mad that you can't. Those who
guess
can.
What? She don't want you.
She don't want you.
Exactly. She controls her pussy.
Those who can do. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
there has to be intention. You can't just be, no.
Yeah, maybe she needs to be with them longer before she make them their man.
Right. Date around. Sleep with them for a while.
Ciao.
Or not. You don't have to.
Watch your man. You should watch your mouth.
With mouthwash.
Ooh.
Oh. Listen.
I adore Lori Harvey.
No, yeah, she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
She's fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, being the prize is archaic. Like, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is this, and y'all stupid asses don't even know this. Sometimes people will take you to those places on your first date to humble your ass. They can have the means. They can have the means to take you somewhere else. They can have the means to take you to Capitol Grill, but they still might take you to Cheesecake Factory, you dumb bitch. And guess what? Let me tell you this. I go from the 3 stars to the 5 stars. Fuck y'all.
Exactly.
And I know how to work each and every one of those menus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But y'all girls, you're not the doll. You don't deserve.
You are letting your worth be determined by what other people.
If you were really the doll, you would be the doll no matter where you were going.
Exactly.
Correct.
If you are the doll, you're just the doll wherever.
Because a diamond gonna shine wherever it's at.
That could be at Applebee's, at a,
Correct.
Now I'm not going to Applebee's.
No, nobody
wants that nasty food. But
you got me fucked up taking me to Get me out of here.
Listen, if I had to go, I would get a salad because they're said how to make one of those.
Wait, what about Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, I'm not going there on a date. I would at least need.
No, you take me there on a Tuesday.
Outback. Like Outback to me is like, okay.
Outback is mid-tier, yeah.
Why you brought me here? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but y'all tripping. Texas Roadhouse.
I went on a date to Outback, but I knew that was because his greedy ass wanted them wings. I figured it out.
You can have fun anywhere. Y'all are stupid.
But a date can be at a fucking art workshop. It can be at a coffee shop. Like dates can be at many places.
Y'all are making dating complicated. It really isn't. Y'all are worried
about become a requirement to go to exclusive restaurants.
Right.
The date is actually about the conversation and to find
get out of your phone
fuck
and get into real life.
You want to go to Capitol Grill and the bills more than your pump.
You so focused on going to Capitol Grill so you can post shit on Instagram stories.
Get out of your phone and get into your real life.
Yeah, Gary, he took me to Capitol Grill.
Give him a girl for what?
Girl. I matter.
I'm beat.
He took me here, girl. I matter.
Don't say I'm beat.
Don't
say that. I matter. I'm beat.
I'm beat.
He took me to Capitol Grill.
Let's give it yes, girl. Girl, I was here.
He took me to McCormick and Smith,
Yes.
Got me some lamb chops,
He said I could have whatever I wanted. Oh my God. He paid the bill, girl. Oh my God.
Live in the real world. Living your life. Get to know someone. It's really not even about
Actually, what's turning me off is if I saw a bitch that I'm sorry, if I take you to a nice restaurant and I saw you impressed by it or like so focused on where we had to dine,
we would not go on another date.
No, I would be like, this bitch simple. Like you shallow.
Exactly. Like
I had a first date at an ice cream shop.
I think that's kind of
that's more fun.
Fabulous.
It's so intimate, and
I would be more impressed.
Guess what? I knew he didn't have a dime,
but that was creative.
But it was so sweet.
It was.
And well, now he's with a cunt with 2 babies. I don't know how that happened. Okay, but that was my sweetest first date because when you are broke, you can still turn it.
You can, especially if you're in a city.
Yes.
I want to reveal all my whole secrets, but I got some more advice for y'all. If you don't got a coin, just search free events on Eventbrite.
Absolutely. Especially like here in New York, there's always some shit going on and
You
fab
go-
things.
let me paint
Wonderful
the picture
things.
for you. Let me just turn because I just did this shit not too long ago. Free workshop at 6. Free comedy show at 8. Then there was a free open bar at 10 p.m. Let me tell you something. When a bitch know how to go down the slide,
Damn, bitch.
she slid, bitch.
Okay.
And it was 3 rows of events. You can turn it.
Tell me something so I can keep my relationship going.
Y'all
No,
better learn.
well, listen. I went to the Afro what do y'all be calling
Afrobeat Caribbean.
it was the Afro Latina festival.
Mhm.
It was over
Mm-hmm.
for free.
For free.
Wasn't I trying to get you to go? I went with Charles. I was trying to get you to go. I don't know.
Oh, no, I remember you telling me about it, but yeah.
It was over. And all the Afro Latina boys were out.
Listen, sometimes it's the thought that counts, and like how creative you are
The
with
intention, absolutely.
like the fact that you want to make sure that we spend time together, that you would think of something fun to do.
He didn't even take me to Capitol Grill.
If you getting sold off, oh yeah, bitch, he took me to Capitol Grill. I'm gonna have to give him some pussy, or this about to be my husband.
Or like you idiots posting online, yeah, I don't like him, but I went for the free date or whatever the fuck. You're fucking the game up for everyone else.
Right.
I've seen
Nobody wants to be worked.
Nobody says that. Just do it.
I ain't like him, but I'm gonna post all of the shit in my stories.
Him, but I'm
gonna report on it because I matter. I
want on a date anyway. I wanted some food and
But post about it, having fun. I'm not gonna see him again, but it was fun.
And then Beyonce made it worse when she said, "That's that. Don't eat that shit like maestros." All the blacks want to go to maestros. You know what I mean?
I can't.
That food is just okay. No shade. Y'all are tripping. It's just okay. I'm talking to Beyonce too. I'm like, why did she bring that restaurant up? I was losing it. I was losing it. Anyways.
Well, listen, I'm not here to change people's minds. I'm just here to provide more perspective.
Exactly.
More perspective.
More nuance.
Yeah. If that's your thing, if you want to build your relationship on shallowness and superficial standards,
which half of y'all
do
go
that.
right ahead.
Right.
You do that. See how far it goes, and see if you wake up one day and realize, oh my God, we have nothing in common outside for our desire for shallow things.
Like this food.
I don't even fucking like you. We don't have nothing to talk about. But you're so set on the image that you have to keep up for social media. I'm convinced that some of your happiest relationships that you appear to be happy online are not even really real, to be honest with you.
They're not.
But I don't give a fuck because it's not my relationship. Do it works for you.
I guess.
And it ain't working.
If it ain't working, guess what? I already led you with some secret advice. Some of you are going to die alone.
Yeah.
And he laughed after he said it.
Because it's the truth.
It's true.
It's the truth, baby.
It is the truth.
It's the truth, beloved.
And it's gonna be your fault. Let's add that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be your fault.
Yeah.
But guess what else? You could always get a dog or a cat. You won't be so alone.
Oh, Lordy.
Listen.
So there you have it. We've changed your lives tonight into today. Whenever you're listening to this show,
Absolutely.
we've been helpful. We gave you relationship advice. We fixed more lives than Iyanla.
Absolutely.
Oh, and if you're interested, check out the interview with Iyanla and Jada Pinkett Smith on the R Spot. They have Iyanla has a podcast called the R Spot.
I hate it. That name.
I'm like, what the fuck is
It doesn't even have a ring to it.
I hate it. And I was like, I know it's some type, I'm assuming it's some type of play on the G spot. And I know her real name is Rhonda.
But
I'm not in love with it at all.
They need to change that name. Seriously.
Who approved this?
Child.
Anyway, follow us at HTS_podcast on Instagram and Twitter.
I'm sorry to interrupt. It's Trans Awareness Day.
Yes, it's also
Trans Remembrance Day.
Remembrance, yes. It's also Trans Remembrance Day. Please honor someone that you remember, or just do some research about a trans person that was important. And just honor the lives that's been lost throughout the years.
Absolutely.
You know.
Okay.
Trans folks die at an alarming, disproportionate rate.
Trans lives matter.
They do. They sure do. Also, give us a 5-star review on any platform that you're listening to this on, or a positive review. We really appreciate you. And if you enjoyed the show, let us know. If you have topics that you want us to talk about, DM one of us.
Yeah. Reach out to Emery and Marcus.
Not me, but reach out to one of them and let us know what you have
to talk about. Marcus.
And we are Swallowerz.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Dooch properly. It's actually a rumor.
That what?
You can actually still get fucked even after Thanksgiving feast.
Oh.
You have up to 3 hours.
Oh.
No, not if you have cabbage.
No, the trick is not to eat trigger foods.
Like
I was listening to the Bottoms Digest on
like
YouTube.
Greens, like collard greens.
Everyone's trigger food is different. It could be
egg,
it could be dairy, it can be cheese, it can be beans. You know, it could
That's useful.
Yeah, and
why don't y'all just not be a insatiable, thirsty ass fucking bitch and wait till tomorrow? Why you have to fuck on Thanksgiving night? Damn. Enjoy yourself.
Some people don't have families to go home to, Marcus. Some people want to get stuffed.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Yes, do. Please do.
If you can't eat at the table, become the food on the table. Why not? I like that.
Listen,
we are Swallowerz.
I don't give a fuck what nobody says. When you eat Thanksgiving dinner, you better not be taking no big ass dick or you're painting it. I don't give a fuck. After Thanksgiving dinner, you ate stuffing.
Shut up.
It's happening. It's happening.
Bitch, I got a fond memory of
you
getting
sounded
fucked
like
after
Kelly.
Thanksgiving.
I don't give a fuck.
At least the next morning.
Nah, we doing it today.
Baby.
In that room stink.
It smells just like pig feet.
Shut up.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
And that goes for you women too, fucking after Thanksgiving dinner. You stink too.
Yes.
You know, sat up there and ate all that shit. And now you opening your pussy to some man. You tried it.
And let the chitterlings go, bitch. We let them go.
Girl. All right, that's all I got.
Okay, we done.
Mm-mm.
And bye, Patty Pie. Good night.